So I'm super excited today because we're gonna go and shoot some footage and also just shoot some of the actual lessons for a new program that I'm coming out with. Super excited about it. It's kind of secrets for life and happiness. At 51 years old now, had a little bit of life, had a lot of great things, have a lot of negative things over the course of my life, and as you get older, you're really trying to figure out how life really works, right? I can remember the first time at 35, I remember thinking, wow, I finally figured this out. And at 35, I thought, why did it take me so long? But then you have those moments at 40, 45, 50, you're like, oh yeah, I hadn't figured that out yet. And so it's always great for people who've had some life experience and figured some things out to share those, with other people, especially younger people. But all throughout the stage of life, you have to figure things out. And a lot of people are really interested in happiness, here in America, those of you overseas, you may or may not have heard, but Americans talk a lot about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it really is a pursuit. It's something that I think everybody worldwide is very interested in. How do you live a happy life? So we're super excited about being able to put some stuff together, really philosophical in nature, although there's going to be a lot of practical stuff to it as well. But happiness, what does it mean to be happy? How can you choose to be happy? Happiness is a choice. And so that's been a long time interest of mine, right? And then happiness and joy. Joy is that deeper feeling that comes beyond happiness. And so just sharing a lot of the different things about it in regard to all the things that are encompassing. When I first sat down and I wrote down all the topics, I think the first run through was about 18 different topics. And so I'm super excited about that. So just driving along, actually headed eastbound on I-90, and I've been thinking a lot about sort of the secret sauce to life. It's kind of funny. Use the term secret. There was a book called The Secret, and then of course the secret to sales, and the secret to marriage, and the secret to this, and the secret to that. People always want to sell a secret. In fact, when the book The Secret came out, it's kind of funny. When the book The Secret came out, I had just launched what became my best-selling book at the time, called The Angel Inside. It was back in that era, and I wanted to write a book as my follow-up book, because Random House had a 2-book deal with me. I wanted to write a book called There Is No Secret, and I'll never forget what my editor said, and he was not just my editor who actually wrote the book, he was the overseeing editor. He'd overseen 1,000 books in his day, and he knows what sells and what doesn't sell. And he said to me, no, we're not going to publish a book called There Is No Secret. And I said, well, why not? And he said, people want to believe there's a secret, right? People want to buy something if they think there's this secret sauce to it, so they don't have to actually go and work at it. They don't have to go and do what it really requires. Just, some little key they can stick in and turn it and open the vault and have the riches and have everything they want. So I thought a lot about that over the years, and there is a secret, I think, but it's a secret nobody wants to talk about. It's a secret that nobody likes, because it's hard, it's difficult. And if I had to boil everything down to one secret per se, the secret is discipline. The secret is discipline. And nobody talks about discipline. Try and put on a seminar about discipline. Nobody's going to come to the seminar on discipline, because it's hard, it's not sexy, it requires tenacity and diligence and perseverance and organization and all those things that are sort of foreign to people, right? But if you think about discipline, it's really the key to everything. If you want to lose weight, what does it require? Discipline. You want to kick a bad habit, what does it require? Discipline. You want to have a great marriage, what does it require? Discipline. You want to become a great baseball player, what does it require? Discipline. A good golfer? Discipline. everything that you can think of, other than just becoming somebody who wings it. Learning how to become somebody who wings it doesn't require discipline. But everything boils down to your discipline to be able to do something over and over again, methodically, in a way that gets you from point A to point B. And so discipline is really the key. You know, one of my favorite quotes about discipline, you've probably heard it before, from me, because I quote it a lot. Jim Rohn always used to say that everybody must experience one of two pains. So you get your choice, this pain or this pain. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And it's really true. If you choose the pain of discipline, you won't have the pain of regret. If you don't choose the pain of discipline, you really are choosing the pain of regret. Because somebody else will be disciplined. You know, somebody else will be that person that methodically trudges it out, and you know, it's the old tortoise and the hare thing. You're running around and going super fast and you're doing whatever it is you're doing, but it's that tortoise, right? It's discipline. Day in, day out, trudging along, who finally gets there and gets across the finish line. So, you know, my thought to you today, all of you who are watching, is that discipline is really the key. What is it that you want to achieve? You want to achieve financial freedom? Discipline. Don't buy the handbag. Don't buy the big fancy vacation. Instead, save your money. You know, it's funny, living out here in Seattle, you meet a lot of Microsofties, and especially the ones who were there early on, and they talk about their $1 million Ferraris or their $1 million vacations. And I'm like, you bought a Ferrari that cost $1 million? Oh no, it only cost 180, but I sold my Microsoft stock and to pay for it, and now that stock would have been worth $1 million. Or they talk, you know, I'll say, you spent $1 million on a vacation? Oh no, it was a $10,000 vacation, but I sold my Microsoft stock to pay for it, and now it would have been worth $1 million. You know, if they'd have been disciplined and given that up, they could have gone on, you know, they could have bought 3 or 4 Ferraris. They could have 5 Ferraris. They could have gone on hundreds of vacations. Not to say they shouldn't have, because, you know, people need to enjoy life, and if that's how they were able to do it at the time, that's fine. But that discipline of not spending this money and instead spending this money or saving that money, that's what discipline is about. You know, don't eat the ice cream. Instead, you know, get on the treadmill. Whatever you want to do. You know, want to become a great golfer? Fine. You got to go out and you got to hit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of balls. So, secret, the real secret, discipline.